Flight 116 is Down by Caroline B. Cooney is a story that showcases a diverse group of people and their different responses to a life-threatening situation in the short span of 8 hours. The book begins with Patrick, a teenage boy tired of being seen as a child and desperate to be given the chance to prove himself as an adult. He constantly yearns for situations in which he can practice his EMT skills and save the day.
Heidi, a rich teenage girl, grew up in a large house with her parents often absent. This means she was often taken care of by a nanny or the groundskeeper. Heidi was a very insecure teenage girl who had trouble making friends, even with her own dogs, and often believed she could do nothing right.
Doreen, an entitled young adult, feels the world is filled with inconveniences meant just for her. She wants nothing else but to be in London without the nuisance of the world holding her back. Daniel and Tucker's siblings with separated parents. Daniel, the older sibling, was 15 and is consumed by anger towards both of his parents for ruining their family.
Carly is a runaway teen who dropped out of high school, stole her family's money, and headed to California. Years later, she is now heading back home to make amends with her family and for the first time in her life, own up to her mistakes. Teddy is a 5-year-old little girl with a love for her best friend, Bear. Teddy's biggest worries in life are when her parents will be at the airport to pick her up and that she'll be in kindergarten forever because there are too many letters in the alphabet.
One night, while Heidi was walking the one dog that she could tolerate, she was surprised by a large black object crashing into her rose garden. Tops of trees were torn clear off, fire exploded from the object and the surrounding trees, bodies flew across the sky. A plane had crashed in her yard.
Patrick arrives on the scene and is excited to be given the chance to save the day. He and Heidi help rescue those who survived the crash and get them safe inside the house.
News reporters arrive on the scene to capture the plane crash. The first person to be interviewed is Doreen, who survived the plane crash with no scratch or bruise on her body. She gives a falsified account of the events.
This book has themes that may not be suitable for young audiences due to the presence of strong language, morbidity, and advanced situations. This book deals heavily with life and death situations, shocking turns, and gruesome injuries. Due to these factors, this book is recommended for high school students and not those that may be easily susceptible to nightmares. Not only is the content of this book geared towards older readers, the structure of the novel makes it difficult for younger readers to follow. Due to rapid shifts in the story, it is sometimes unclear who is narrating, leaving readers confused for a page or two.
Different content areas that this book can be used for. 1. Anatomy and physiology. Students can grab a partner and pretend they have a broken bone. Using the procedures that are taught in class, they can safely assess and transport the patient.
2. Chemistry. Students can identify the similarities and differences between different types of fires while learning how to safely extinguish each type.
Number 3. Math. Students can calculate the distance and time it would take for help to arrive and get to the hospital within the golden hour. Students can calculate the distance and time it would take for the plane to get from the takeoff point to its destination.
Number 4. Psychology. Students can research how to handle patients in shock and discuss the possible mental health disorders that survivors can develop after a plane crash.